Good evening, everybody. From our two-bed apartment.
Have you got your mic on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From our two-bed apartment on the 8th floor, looking out onto probably the centre of Batumi. So we got a grand spot. And great views out into the sea. Unfortunately, when we arrived today, it was lashing rain, so we didn't have much of a view. But we're here. We've been out for the evening. We kind of got an idea of what the centre of Batumi is like. It's a bit of a mixed grill, really, Neil, would you say? Bit of a...
Yeah, there's an awful lot of high-end hotels, like 5-star hotels and casinos, and very high-end cars like Porsches and Mercedes G-Wagons, and we even saw Rolls Royce. And then I suppose you go into the back streets then, and it's kind of where the ordinary people are, and that's where we actually feel most comfortable, don't we?
Yep. We found a couple of decent spots this evening. We found a craft beer pub after finding our way towards a couple of bars that weren't actually there. We're finding that's happening with Google.
Yeah.
It's suggesting there's a particular place there and it's not there.
It's a bit like the sat-nav, isn't it?
Yes.
Like Google isn't too accurate, and the sat-nav, the Garmin XT isn't accurate at all.
So it works in Turkey. It's slightly behind. It does not work in Georgia at all.
No, it's blank.
So we don't have any sat-nav here. So we've had to jump in the middle of the rain, whatever, find a place for a SIM card because we're completely lost without it. We had an address to go to stay, but we couldn't do anything without connectivity. So we had to run in and grab a SIM card. SIM card was €15, approximately 45 gel.
Yeah.
For I think she said it's about 15 days worth.
Yeah. And it's very good. It's very fast. Like almost 5G or whatever. It's literally that quick. So we should be able to navigate via Google Maps, although Google Maps isn't really up to date here either. But we'll do what we can.
So I nearly didn't get out of Turkey today. They wouldn't let me out.
No.
Because apparently there was a fee, a fine. I'm not quite sure what it was.
That was fine.
And so I was directed into an office to pay otherwise. And the otherwise was you're not leaving here.
So like the way it worked was you pulled up and you got off the bike and you took your helmet off and you handed in your passport. And the guy checked your passport, checked your photograph, and then sent you on to another fella who looked at your ownership document for the bike and your passport, and then he went through the computer and he came back and he said to Damien, penalty.
Yeah.
So Damien headed off to pay his penalty, and then he just handed me back mine, but before he did, he made a phone call, and there was a bit of shuffling going on, and eventually he handed it back to me and he went, up you go, right? So I reckon it was because the reg plate in the back of my bike was filthy and they couldn't read the number.
So I had to go and find how to pay this fine, how much the fine was and what it was for.
Yeah.
And when I got there, you couldn't pay it by card. It had to be cash. So cash, they said, will be either Turkish money or Georgian money, or in fact euro. So quick thinking, I thought, I think I have some coins in my bag. So I ran around, grabbed a couple of coins, ran back and said, how much is this? It turned out to be 16 Turkish lira, which I think was 5 cents. So they were going to stop me leaving Turkey for 5 cents. So I got this receipt to say I paid my 5 cents. It probably cost more to print out than 5 cents.
Could have been locked up for 5 cents.
Yeah. I wonder how much I would have got.
Yeah. No. I was full sure I was going to get caught for speeding, but no, it didn't happen. But anyway.
So insurance coming into Georgia, we can do online. And tpl.ge is the place to go to. It was very, very smooth for me. It wasn't so smooth for him. No. It was very smooth for me.
Now,
it cost me €7.
I had a problem because
it cost me €14.
Yeah. I was kind of tired, and it said on the form, when you had to fill out the form, it said insurer, and I said, who's the insurer? And he goes, you. And I just typed in you.
So Neil actually did it out with my name on it.
So it's no.
And then I had to go and do it with his name on it.
It had the word YOU on it. It didn't have your name on it.
Ah.
So I thought, well, I can't go up to the feckin' the border with YOU written on the thing. So I had to go and do a whole new one again.
You mean IOU?
No, YOU.
Oh, right. So it's actually not an IOU. It
No.
was a YOU.
Yeah, you.
You were insured you.
You. I said, who's the insurer? And you went, you. And I went, okay, YOU. I was tired. I was worn out. Like I had sleep deprivation. I had a sore arse from riding that fucking bush pig, and I had no food. That's been a big problem on this trip. No food.
Speaking of food, this evening we were in a wine bar, and the guy offered us to try some local food. So he explained that this thing is made of the grape juice, and inside it is nuts and sugar and so. Sounds lovely. So I said to him, "Can we have one of those takeaway?" So he said yes, of course. So it was only a couple of euro.
It's a big willy.
It turned out to be, well, hold on a second. Don't need to be like that. Hold on till I get it out.
I'm not. Keep that willy to yourself.
Let me produce this now.
Get away with it. Get away with it.
This thing is.
It's a big willy. Get that thing away.
We haven't opened it up yet because it might be crawling. I don't know
what poor animal they cut that off.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to try this when we a few more beers and see what's going on with this young
big willy.
Right, get that back in there now. There's a string on the end of it, Neil. So what's that about?
We found a bar called the Beer. What was it? The Beer
Hut. Beer shop
or beer shop somewhere, and we were in there and we had a few beers. That was really good beers, and they had all kinds of weird, wonderful ones. And they even had Guinness, which I didn't partake. It was the 8% Guinness, but it was pretty muck. But anyway, I wouldn't go there. But anyway, then we came out of there, and then we decided he wanted to go all posh and try a wine bar. So we went into a wine bar. And we were left sitting there like two plebs. So we decided to leave, and then we went in. We found this little underground place which was selling wine, and it was actually quite nice. And the local wine was okay. But I still hadn't eaten anything, so by the time we came out, I was actually Hank Marvin, so I decided, right, that's it. I got to get something. McDonald's looked like it was closed, so I headed for KFC. And then we came back up to the apartment, and I'm after eating KFC, and you know what? It was fucking gorgeous.
Can we just show you what Pepsi looks like? Because he got Pepsi free. That is Pepsi in Russian.
Georgian.
Is that not Russian?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they have their own language here.
Okay.
You know, so we are in the apartment. We're here for 2 days, and the reason why we picked an apartment was because we needed a washing machine to wash some clothes. We're already 2 weeks on the road, and anyone who's riding a motorbike for adventure touring will tell you that you can't actually bring a whole lot of gear with you. So we needed to wash some clothes. So we moved into this place and had the washing machine there. And the only problem is now trying to dry everything. Will I scan the camera around?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
This is how we live, guys.
So this is how we live. But first I'm going to show you Damien with his new slippers. Well, would you look at them?
Now, Neil is wearing them also because we were told by the person who owns this place to get them on your order. You're not staying here.
Anyway, I can't see now what the camera is seeing, so I'm just kind of hoping that it scans around. And you can see, like, we have clothes literally hanging everywhere. We found the stepladder outside, and we have bits hanging on that. And yeah,
actually, do you know, we forgot to put some up on the chandelier.
On the chandelier. So this is how we get ourselves sorted. And what you call it, it's yeah, it is what it is. So at least we're going to have clean clothes for the next 2 weeks.
Hopefully. Yes.
Hopefully, yeah. Now I had to wash my bike trousers separate because they were literally covered in oil from the big oil leak in the DR. But at the moment now, they are, well, they're no wetter now than they were when I got off the bike today after the rain. So
temperatures are about 12, 13 degrees here.
yeah. No, it is to pick up, isn't it? It's get 17, 18
It's supposed to be really nice, actually, for this time of year, heading into November.
So we're only here a few hours, so our perception of the place, I mean, we can't really kind of say what it's like because we haven't seen enough of it to form an opinion yet. But it's supposedly a big tourist area and fabulous beaches and all that. So we're kind of hoping tomorrow when we walk around that we'll have a better...
A couple of little short Instagram stuff might be suitable.
Yeah. So speaking of Instagram, we actually started an Instagram. What would you call it? Channel, profile, whatever. So we're only learning how to do that. But we do have an Instagram now around the world. Eventually, Instagram, and we will be posting the odds and ends on that, as well as YouTube, and also on our own personal Facebook pages as well. So stay tuned. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed, click subscribe and you'll get notified when we put up a new video. And in the meantime, maybe check out our Instagram and give us a follow on Instagram. Have you anything else to add?
No, I'm enjoying wine. He's still on the Pepsi there.
I'm drinking Pepsi.
Yep.
Well, I did have KFC, so I can't waste it. And the problem with that, you have no Captain Morgan's to put in it. But look, we'll continue on.
Okay,
anyway,
tomorrow.
Thanks very much for watching.